Alpha when this year. We're going to speak about something called as Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Recently, we saw something about Spider-Man Noir. I'm not going to blow up any spoilers, but we'll talk about Spider-Man. How Spider-Man is having a better universe than anybody. So you can say that Spider-Man is equivalent to the Batman of DC. But Batman is leagues away from Spider-Man, because Batman is having his own arsenal, and Batman is having his own techniques and he has more wide range of arsenal, and he meets toe to toe with elite superheroes. So Batman is more of a city-based hero, but he's more of a rich, powerful person. Batman. So Batman has a bigger enterprise CEO. Batman has a vast amount of million property, and Batman is pretty rich, and Batman has lots of sidekicks, to be honest. So Batman employs sidekicks. Batman has the potential to have its own sidekick universe. For example, if you take Red Hood, Nightwing, as well as his son Damian Wayne, he has multiple Robins, and as well as Batgirl, and he also has the famous, Catwoman. Yeah, I remember it. So Batman is a kind of different hero. But what about Spider-Man? Let's see how Spider-Man was actually from a different universe. It was incorporated into Marvel later. But there is a lot of difference between the Batman and Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is not a single superhero now. Actually, Spider-Man was Peter Parker. But now, in Marvel, there are multiple Spider-Man. So, Spider-Man Peter Parker, Spider-Man Miguel O'Hara, the Prowler, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and another Spider-Man, Noir, Ben Reilly. So I have 2099, Spider-Man Miles, Spider-Man Peter, Peter 1, Peter 2, Peter 3, and then Spider-Man Ben Reilly. So apart from that, there is another Spider-Man. You don't know. Superior Spider-Man. He is none other than Dr. Octavius. So that, what is the speciality of Spider-Man? So when you go to the cartoons, you have like Spider-Pig, Gwen, Spider-Gwen, and then you have Silk Spider, you have Navajo Spider weaving women, you have Indian Spider-Man Pavitr Prabhakar. So like this, you have multiple Spider-Man in a Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse, there are multiple Spider-Man. So what we are going to speak about is how the Spider Universe is pretty banking thing in the Marvel, and even it breaks out the Spider Universe. So how the Spider-Man connects with a lot of people. Spider-Man connects with people audience. It's having a wide range of audience. So the Spider-Man has kids, middle-aged people, elderly people, and old people. So Spider-Man is known as a hero who saves in the daytime, unlike Batman, who actually comes at the night time. So he's known for his night time, because Bat's known to handle everything at night. But Spider-Man is not like that. He works as well as he does everything parallelly. So he goes in the daytime and nighttime, and his specialty is different. And he works as a reporter, similar to Clark Kent, but he is completely different. He's not Clark Kent because he's not so superior. Peter Parker has the ability, he got bit by a spider, and that's one in a universe. So everything happens in different universe. Now it came in the multiverse saga. Okay, Not because of Marvel Cinematic Universe. Spider-Man exists even before the Marvel Cinematic Universe. MCU got popular because of Iron Man and Captain America and everything and the stuff of Avengers. Spider-Man was even a way more popular than everyone. So Spider-Man has its own fan base. So it's known for the song Spider-Man, Spider-Man. That is the first song, and then we have like da 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 da. Then we have multiple Spider-Man versions. You have Spider-Man da 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 da. So like that, you have multiple Spider-Man musics, and you have Spider-Man Unlimited, Spectacular Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man with his friends, like this. So the Spider-Man thing is completely a unique phenomenon, and it's one of the most bankable movies. Spider-Man movies don't flop. To be honest, every Spider-Man movie which came into the Marvel, it was indeed a collection-based movies. That is why you see there are two different kinds of Spider-Man verses are running in parallel. One is the Peter Parker new Spider-Man and the Miles Morales saga, which is in the animation. So the crux will be how this Peter Parker and Miles Morales will meet, might be the inflection point will be happening soon. So how the Spider-Man is one of the most uniquely crafted character in Marvel Cinematic in Marvel Universe, not only in cinematic. Spider-Man is all over this world. So it was actually with Sony at first, then it taken time to get into Marvel later. So there are multiple Spider-Man sagas coming each and everywhere because Spider-Man has the most villains faced by him. So Spider-Man has the most number of villains, to be honest. Even Morbius or Venom or Carnage, or you have this another person who came, Kraven the Hunter, Chameleon. These all Sony movies which took these Marvel based Sony movies. Everyone has a history with the Spider-Man. So the symbiote saga started first with this Spider-Man. When Peter Parker got this symbiote and after he got rid of it, then the story of Venom started. Then you take the hit, think of Carnage. Carnage too has a history with the Spider-Man. The symbiotes, every symbiote has a history with the Spider-Man. And then you take Kraven the Hunter and Chameleon. They are the part of Sinister Six. Morbius, he too has a history with the Spider-Man. The thing is, Morbius is shown as a hero, but he was actually villain to Spider-Man. So I'm not sure that he's a part of Sinister Six, but he is an adversary to Spider-Man. So there is a lot of hatred towards Spider-Man. Even if you take Mephisto, the beastie villain in the Ghost Rider saga, he too has a history with Spider-Man. So if you take everyone, even the Spider-Man's lawyer is none other than Matt Murdock. He is actually a city vigilante superhero, Daredevil. So, and Spider-Man also has some stories with Doctor Strange. Indeed, Spider-Man connects with everyone in the Marvel Universe. When you take Iron Man, Captain America, any superhero, Spider-Man plays an important role. Even with Wolverine, Spider-Man has a history. So even in X-Men, if you take, he has some allies for Spider-Man. For example, Iceman and Firestar. These two mutants are actually in the team of Spider-Man. And if you take Defenders, Iron Fist, I told about Daredevil, right? So Daredevil is the attorney for Peter Parker in some instances. Then if you take Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Nova, these people are all some allies of Spider-Man in some series. So Spider-Man connects with most of the Marvel universe. If you take the Avengers, yes, Spider-Man is an Avenger. Yeah, in Endgame he was officially crowned as an Avenger, but he's now lost in time, everything. This far from home, no way home. This completely changed what is Spider-Man. So that's fine. But Spider-Man, if you take, he had created a lot of impact among the society. He is the one having history with most of the villains. Even Doom, even the Fantastic Four, if you take, the Fantastic Four has something called as Future Foundation. Spider-Man is a part of Future Foundation. So, Spider-Man connects Fantastic Four, Avengers, X-Men, even the Defenders. I'm thinking of Inhumans. Yes, Inhumans will also come connections with Spider-Man. In some cases, they have like Moon Girl, Crystal, right? They will also connect with Spider-Man in some cases. I think in Ultimate Spider-Man, he connects with the Inhuman part. There is something, Nova is there, right? So I think Nova is a part of some Inhuman or somebody. If you take Guardians of Galaxy, yes. I think Nova is a part of Guardians of Galaxy, so I guess confused with Inhumans. But if you take Inhumans are not so far from this Guardians of Galaxy or X-Men. They have some closely knitted relationships between each people. If you take in the case of Wakanda, yes, there is a Navajo-based Spider-Man are there. Then you take in the case of Wakanda Forever, there comes Namor. Namor is actually a part of Mutant. He's a part of Mutant villain Cabal. This villain Cabal consists of this Hulk's villain is there. One of the most Hulk's villain, the leader is there. So the leader is there, as well as another person who's in the part of Cabal is Norman Osborn, the Iron Patriot. He's also known as Green Goblin. He also has another guy like Red Goblin. Red Goblin is Green Goblin plus symbiote Carnage. So, if you see everywhere, Norman Osborn is none other than he is the head of Oscorp. He has an alias known as Green Goblin. You know, Spider-Man 1, who was the main villain, the Green Goblin. So, he connects with everybody. Spider-Man connects with everybody, every villain you see. He connects with everyone. So, without Spider-Man, the entire Marvel universe has gone to somewhere. There are multiple Spider-Mans too. Venom, there's another called as Anti-Venom. So Agent Venom. So like this you have Venoms also multiple. Agent Venom. So Agent Venom is actually a part of Guardians of Galaxy. So he's a Guardian of Galaxy. Agent Venom is none other than the schoolmate of Peter Parker, high school bully, Flash Thompson, who joined in armed forces and he got paralyzed there, and then, sorry, not paralyzed, he got his leg or any limbs cut out so that he could not able to serve in military. Then he became a Venom, Agent Venom there with the help of Shield and symbiote Venom. And Spider-Man 2 connects with Deadpool in some instances because of the red philosophy. There is something called as mercs for money, and he connects with Deadpool in some instances because they both are chatterboxes. They both talk a lot. So both Deadpool talks a lot and as well as Spider-Man talks a lot. These both guys connect with in some instances. But Spider-Man, he connects everywhere. That's what the peculiar case, how he connects in every universe. Even I think the Eternals, when we dig deeper into them, he might get connected to that. Spider-Man 2 has his Kree, Skrull friends. Yes, indeed, when he's a part of S.H.I.E.L.D., he do have some Kree and Skrull friends. And Spider-Man is present in some of the universe also. He might not be as a human. He might also be a Kree or Skrull member. Any alternate universe is there, right? So there might be another Spider-Man from Kree, another Spider-Man from Skrull. So there is a probability. So everywhere, Spider-Man. Even Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver had some adventures with Spider-Man. So I think like everybody Spider-Man gets connected with. So that is why I like Spider-Man. So apart from connectivity, how the Spider-Man power is versatile if you see. Spider-Man is known for his strength as well as his web shooters and his agility, and he had also became a multimillionaire. Later, he had created his Parker Industries, like similar to Stark Industries. Spider-Man is not somebody who is relying only on the spider strength. He is also a kind of intellectual. He do has his own strength. He is having a superhuman strength, superhuman agility, and the web crawling ability, and the agility and the dodging strength. He has multiple suits now. Spider-Man is now connected with the Iron Spider technology, and there is Steel Spider like this. There are multiple Spider-Man suits available now. Similar to, since you got some authors now had written everything. Spider-Man, and with symbiotes, he is now having an access for symbiotes. He used that symbiote Peter Parker, the black suit Spider-Man, the red suit Spider-Man like this. And he's also having a versatile web shooters, not a normal web. He is having electro web shooters. And in some cases, there is, Madam Web, there is a serial connected. So, Spider-Man also has a connection with Madam Web and Null, everybody. So, Null is the head of symbiotes, I think. So, Madam Web, he also has connections with Madam Web and everything. And also, Spider-Man has also once got 6 limbs, and that is all. There is another history, like he became so like a real spider, and then he got reverted, and he has everything. He has nearly literally a powerful kind of attacks. His dodging ability, he can able to web wound everybody everywhere. And there are some instances where we saw like Spider-Man has a limited web shooters, but after some writings now, Spider-Man, I think, in the latest Marvel universe, he got the natural web shooters in his body. He can shoot unlimited webs. So, like this, he has his own armory. And in some instances, we could able to see Peter Parker just puts his web shooter serums. There is some stories say like this, some stories say like that. But anyways, Spider-Man has a multiple kind of powers also. You can also see like in some cases he has the balls, the spider balls, like a web, just he throws time bombs, web tickling bombs. So he has web diffusers, web nets, he creates nets. He can craft a lot of spider webs. So he's known for wooing. So spider wooing he knows. And everything not comes with the web, just a net. It also connects with the electricity, electro webs. Electricity is there, so everything when he connects with electricity, static electricity. Then he also has doing some web stunts, connects the strong webs. He can able to create strong webs to wrap people, and then that is what he can also create web explosives, web plus explosives. Web explosives in the sense like you just throw the web and it explodes like this. So these are all some of the things which I know about Spider-Man. And when he connects with the symbiote, he is a different kind of Spider-Man. He has some more even powers like stronger webs. He can create weapons, sharp blade weapons like these. So these are all some of the things which I know about Spider-Man. And apart from that, he is known as the savior of most of the cases. He is literally an 100% hero. Even Iron Man is evil. Even if you take Iron Man had killed a lot of people, as well as you take Captain America had also killed a lot of people. Yes, everybody, Hulk, Thor, anything you take. But Spider-Man, I think I don't see any villainous character in this. He is literally a worthy guy. The thing which he felt sad is he lost his lover due to Mephisto. But that's a different story. But literally one of the most cherishable, go-lucky, loving character for everybody. He is one of the most beautifully crafted superhero, and he is loved by every, literally every generations. Spider-Man will never be forgotten. If you take Iron Man, he's a different kind of thing. But Spider-Man, if you see, the timeline of Iron Man and Captain America had ended. Now Ironheart came, as well as Captain America, Sam Wilson came. But if you take Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Peter Parker, Peter Parker. This is what I'm concluding. Peter Parker was there, Peter Parker is there, and Peter Parker will be there. Though the Spider-Man will never end, and there won't be a memorial for Spider-Man because he is unforgettable and unstoppable. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I forgot to say about Kingpin. Spider-Man do have history with Kingpin too. Even Thanos, you take any big villain, if you will see Spider-Man story with anybody. Even Magneto or even Apocalypse, anybody. There won't be a story without Spider-Man and Marvel. Because he wraps the web everybody. We too surf everything on web, right? That web is also have connection with Spider-Man. Please subscribe to Alpha Event with your fingers to generate more web shooters.